These aren't the droids you're looking for.
Move along.
Hey guys, Neko I.
Rob.
And today I have no clue what we're doing.
Okay, it's going to be a quick video. It's been a crazy day. We've been running around, and tomorrow he's got school, and I got to take Miss Havoc to the doctor's at 7 in the morning. We have to be there, so we got to leave here super early. But this is a quick response video. Vintomania requested to know what was our Star Wars movies in order, which ones we liked more. And
I think so far the one that I looked through the trailer, the latest one, looks awesome.
Okay, yeah. Little side note, I got to school the young in here in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to try to do a whole marathon and make sure he sits through all of them so he can know the knowledge.
The cheesiness is over 9,000. It's going to be so cheesy. Oh no, and I need to get some chips.
Yeah. He's talking about the first one. Of course, it was back in 1977.
That's why
I was only 3. The story's awesome, of course. You kids nowadays with your
choo 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 choo.
Okay, so yeah, so I'm gonna sit him down and make sure he watches all of them so I could school him in the next couple of weeks. Quick note before we go into that. We just got this one in the mail. Yeah, we bought this one at GameStop. Sorry for the glare. That's issue 4, the variant cover. We got that one. We picked that one up. And then we traded in our GameStop points, and we got this variant one for Star Wars issue 4. But the cool part is, if you put them together,
it matches.
Yeah, half and half. You see the dark side over here, and the Force on this side over here with all the cool characters. Okay, cool. So, the response video. Which movies I personally like, and then maybe down the road we'll do it after he gets schooled of probably 10 hours of Star Wars. Okay, I'm not going to go into detail into what each the story of each of the movies is sorry, because I'm sure everybody's knows what we're talking about. If not, go watch them.
Only $100 per video.
Yeah, it's gonna get crazy. Okay, so here we go. But what I am going to mention is the order I like the movies, and what reminds me of the movies that makes me
Like when you mean my order, least to greatest or greatest to least?
The least to greatest. So the least movie that it's at the top at the bottom.
The top and the bottom.
Right. It's Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. So Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. I remember that movie. It was cool. What I mean by the moments in time when the movie came out and what, clicks in my head. I remember doing the whole going out and shopping and staying
10 hours.
10 hours in line waiting to go watch it. But that's pretty much the least favorite of the movies. All right, then next is Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. I really dig that one. I remember working all day and hauling butt to a movie theater to meet up with my brother-in-law, your Uncle Brian, and everybody was going nuts. It was opening night. It was actually the Thursday before the Friday, the opening night. And I remember driving to this one theater, and I get there and I'm calling him, and he's like, "Yeah, dude, we're right here. We're waiting for you." But he was at another theater, so I showed up at the wrong one. And I was like, there's no way I'm going to make it to that one. So I just decided to stay there. And we started talking. I actually started talking to these bunch of people that were cosplaying. And I just sat with them and just watched the movie. And I was like, awesome. And I had to go solo because your older brother, Victor, Mom didn't let me take him that night because he had to go to school.
Oh, that stinks.
So I drove home. Took him to school. When he got off of school, then me and Victor went and saw it that same Friday afternoon. So yeah, that was.
Oh wait, you know what I just realized?
Revenge of the Sith.
If you dig the movie, I can't imagine how much you're gonna love the first one, the one that you love the most. Okay. Because if you dig that one, you're gonna dig the one.
Whoa! I know. Okay, next one is Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. What I really dug about that movie is, of course, that was a huge time lap between the originals and when they started coming out. Nico's a little tired. So the Phantom Menace. Oh man, I was so excited that summer. I just remember it was my best friend and me. We drove to everywhere, KFC, Pizza Hut, trying to collect the little toy tie-ins. I remember collecting all the soda cans, the magazines, the comic books. Your mom was buying me the comics left and right. It was amazing. It was such a great time because it was that big span between the originals and then the new ones. So we were so excited with the Phantom Menace. I mean, it was like, oh my God, it's happening. It's awesome. I remember buying KFC the buckets were Star Wars related, so we would go up and be like, we need 4 of these different buckets, whichever one you have. And the lady was going to put chicken in the buckets, and we're like, are you crazy? You don't put chicken in the buckets. We're going to collect that. Just throw chicken in a bag and just give us the bucket without putting anything in it. So we're walking out with brand new buckets and like 6 pounds of chicken in plastic bags.
And all you hear is they barking like,
yeah, it was awesome. And then soda cans and the toy tie-ins and the Frito-Lay bags. It was awesome.
The bag breaks and all you hear is chicken.
Chicken everywhere. Yeah, it was crazy. But at least the buckets were non-greased. And of course I lost all that during the fire.
Oh no.
And then, yeah, I remember waiting 6-7 hours at Toys R Us, the midnight release for the toy figures, and getting all the figures and trying to buy the box with the figures so they wouldn't be out, and the little tab was... It was an awesome time, and hopefully we'll be sharing that again now with the new one coming out. Yeah, so there might be some videos
that one looked awesome
with Neko and myself waiting in front of Toys R Us to see if we could snag a toy or not.
Itchy on the old one, but the new one I'm digging it.
Yeah, that video was just like there was tears coming out of my eyes. It was so awesome. It was amazing. Okay, next, in that order, it's Star Wars Episode 4. And it's backwards, but that's actually the original. It was in 1977. I was very little. Of course, I knew it, and I loved it, but it wasn't like, but of course.
You saw him like, change my diaper, woman.
Yeah. Okay, then next is Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. Now that one, from all of them, from the first 3 original ones, I was already a little bit older. I went with my dad to go see it at the movie theater, and it just brings back so many awesome memories of course, the Ewoks. A lot of people didn't like the Ewoks. I love the Ewoks. I remember.
Isn't that that thing that he cut open?
No, that's an Empire, and that'll be next. That's the Wampa. Ewoks are little cute little dudes. Kind of looks like Gizmo, but just on 2 feet, and they have little sticks and stuff, and they beat up Imperial soldiers.
Eat my stick.
Yeah, it is awesome. I remember watching it. I remember praying for Christmas, and my older sister, I remember her buying me the little Ewok village and playing with it. It was freaking amazing. Okay. And last but not least, my favorite movie of all time, and of course, everybody, I know it's cliche, but it's so awesome. It's, of course, Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. Now, at this time, I was a little bit older. I remember going to the movie theater with my dad, and I remember that one Christmas he saved up a bunch of money, and God bless his soul, he purchased for me the Millennium Falcon, the original one, the big one, the toy that the back would open up. It would have the little laser canopy inside, and would have the front. You could put Chewie and Han in the front. And
him for about
and the leg was one of the legs that would stand up. You would hold it and then swing it around. It was a pretty big thing. It was huge. I loved it. And then the best part was that I remember my dad taking me to go see it. This was back in 80 something when it came out, and it was a double feature back then. It was pretty cool. But I remember getting home, and my neighbor kid was next door, and I remember telling him, of course, this is before internet, before anything, before anybody even talked about anything. I remember my neighbor kid, and I remember going and telling him, dude, Darth Vader is Luke's dad.
No, Dad, don't do that to people.
And Well, come on. If people don't know that by now, I'm sorry.
I know, but the kid, he hasn't even watched the movie.
Well, dude, I was a kid at the same time. I mean, I was the same age as him.
You don't walk up to a kid that has not seen the movie and tell him he's the father. I'm like, no! It defeats the whole purpose.
Okay, so yeah, I remember telling him that, and I remember his reaction was like, no, that can't be. If, you know, in part 1 they were fighting, and so to this day, that's always stuck in my head. All right, Vintomania, that is your response video to our Star Wars movie. So again, it's in this order: Star Wars Episode 2, Star Wars Episode 3, Star Wars Episode 1, Star Wars Episode 4, Star Wars Episode 6, and of course, I think the greatest one, Star Wars Episode 5. The story was great. It was so dark. It was awesome. Okay, and of course, we're so excited. He's just silly because it's past his bedtime.
And your neighborhood kid walks in your door and grabs him from the new bucket and starts laughing at it. Guys, I need this! No, I broke it! No!
Okay. Yeah, he's out of it. He's silly. Yeah, we're super excited about the new one. We can't wait, and I'm sure we're going to be spending hours waiting in front of the line to see the movie, to go buy the toys.
Oh, no.
And hopefully there's promotions and stuff, so we'll be doing the whole running around and stuff like that. You excited about that?
Yes, I need Chewie.
Okay, yeah.
I'll hit you on his leg.
I'm going to go put him to bed. He's delirious. Hilarious and delirious. Thank you very much, Vintomania, for including us. We love your videos. Thank you very much, man. We're huge fans. Everybody else, we love you. Thank you for all the subscribers. Hopefully you like, share, and comment. And until the next video.
Don't do it right.
So we're going to get beat by Wookiees?
Yeah, don't do sticks. Die. Do it right once in your life. Don't be a disappointment.
So Wookiees carrying sticks are going to beat us.
Yeah. Oh my God. We're drums to them.
Okay, so alright, we're gonna have to edit it out. Okay. The force is with you. Let's do this. Alright, so the next video, guys, remember, the force is with you. Bye.